Hi, I'm Yaman. I'm originally Jordanian and Palestinian. I moved to the UK when I was 10.
Hello, my name is Michael. I originally from Hong Kong, and I moved to the UK when I was 11. I agree.
Okay.
Why do you stay in the middle?
Because I think from a people perspective, it is very welcoming. Like most of the people that I met when I came, like students and whatnot, they're very nice. But from from a rules perspective, or like when you're going into the actual country in the first place, they're very, very strict and like scary.
I feel welcome. Like I got friends. Everyone is like nice to me. There's a little bit like racism. That's why I didn't put like strongly agree. Yeah. Yeah, strongly agree. I feel like if you compare UK to basically 90% of the world, it's quite chill.
When I was in school back in Jordan, if you came late to lessons like 3 times a row in a week, we didn't have detention. You'd have to sit down and put your feet up, and then they'd have like a bamboo stick basically. And,
what?
Yeah, and they'd hit you with the bamboo stick. And to be honest, I think it worked. Me personally, maybe because I experienced it works, but it definitely taught me not to be late. Is it that strict?
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. We didn't get hit because it's illegal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember I would stand at the back of the class, or if we have like assembly, I just stand in front of like everyone, so everyone know I'm late. In the lesson as well, like we got a lot of homework back in Hong Kong. We got like 10 homework for the weekend. It's mad, and like we got at least like 2-3 homework every day. So
yeah, my bag used to be heavy. I don't even have homework anymore. So yeah, definitely much less strict. UK, like the whole of the UK. I'm gonna say agree though.
Yeah, I'll say agree as well, because I don't know, like I didn't really personally experience some unsafe situation, I would say, because like I didn't. But there is times where I look in the news where knife crime is going crazy.
I wouldn't say London is safe anymore. I feel like you said lately, there's been so much like crazy stuff. But the UK as a whole, like you're talking about Scotland, Wales, and the other parts of the UK, I feel like they're much more safe.
But to be fair, if I compare Hong Kong to UK, it's probably at the same level, I would say.
Is it dangerous there?
It's not dangerous. It's in Hong Kong. It's safe. I've never witnessed any crime on the street, on the news. So
I mean, in Jordan, the problem is that you can just pay a police officer and you get away with whatever thing you've done wrong. I remember one time my dad was caught speeding, and then turns out the police officer was his cousin, so he just let us off.
Yeah,
easy for me.
Well, I'll say because UK is just so more developed. Like, yeah, it just. If I in Hong Kong, if I want to do media stuff, there's no chance. It's like maybe not no chance, but it's gonna be really tough. Only one person make it.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
That's
because like just for university as well. In Hong Kong, there's like 8 university.
I strongly agree because, like, for example, the last 2 years, the experiences that I've gotten just at being at the academy and whatnot, going to different companies and making connections and networking. Yeah. Some people in Jordan, they wouldn't get to do that their whole life. Like they go to uni, they do a master's degree, and they still don't have that opportunity.
I don't know, I'll stay in the middle. I expect it's like London in the old days. So I expect it's just raining every day, people dressing like, the Queen and stuff, and everyone just drinking tea.
That's why I disagree, because before I came to the UK, I've never even seen it on the map. I just knew London was in Europe, and like I'd see movies, like the Christmas movies that show you London and the Big Ben, and I was like, that is the UK, that is the whole island. That would be raining every day. We used to call it the city of fog, because in the movies it's always grey and like raining. But then when we came here, it wasn't like that at all. I'd say agree.
Oh, I'll disagree. It's like I watch a lot of YouTube, yeah.
Okay.
So I kind of heard of it a bit, and even though if I don't know, I heard it once, I search it up on the Urban Dictionary, I can find it like what it means and that, yeah.
So it
wasn't that hard, yeah.
I would say different actually, because when I came, the only YouTube that I watched was either like American YouTubers, and the only English YouTuber that I remember even watching was this Minecraft guy called Stampy Longhead. I used to love him, and he used to talk in this really squeaky voice, and I was like, okay, so that's how they speak in England.
Right, yeah.
So when I came, the English that I used was the way Stampy Longhead spoke, and I got laughed at. It wasn't the way that you're meant to speak at all. And then I was like, okay, they speak differently in London. 6 months into being here, we actually moved to Nottingham. And then in Nottingham, they speak a totally different accent, right? Yeah. And so then I was like, oh my God, I have to speak their way now. And I have to get used to that. And then we didn't stay in Nottingham for long. We went to Manchester for a little bit because that's where my dad's friends were. So then I was like, oh my God, now I have to speak how they speak in Manchester. And it was like, I feel like every half an hour you drive, they have a different accent. Yeah.
Maybe because like when I moved to UK, I live in Luton, so everyone don't really speak good English there. Because there's a lot of Asian people there. Yeah. So in the school, basically everyone speaking their accent. So I can't pick up English. Yeah. And then I moved to St Alban, which is this near Watford, and they speak English because like they're all like English people,
outside of London,
white, and it's quite easy to pick up and understand. So I just slowly build up and start watching YouTube more and more, like more English YouTube. So when I moved to London, I'm not surprised at all with like the slang.
With the slang they use, no, it took too long.
Yeah, I disagree. I'll say in Hong Kong, every outside country like America, UK kind of get presented the same way. It's just full of white people. Well, to be fair, like I thought there would be way more white people in UK, but it isn't actually. It's quite diverse.
It's true. I was gonna say the same thing. Like in the news as well, when they tend to talk about the UK, I feel like everyone has this perception that the UK is still an empire and it's like, the greatest country in the world. But that's only inside here. As soon as you go to a different country, it's a total different opposite. And I feel like, especially recently, the world media has started to look down on the UK. So. That's a tough one because the last holiday I went to at my home country was really good.
You know what, I would strongly agree.
You strongly agree?
Yeah.
Why do you strongly agree?
Well, I was in Hong Kong, life was tough. Like in school, it's a long day. I'm the bottom of the bottom in school. And when I move here, everything turns up. Like I'm getting a bit better. And even in maths, when I was in Hong Kong, I was literally dead last. When I'm here, I'm literally at the top. It's so gas, like you don't know that feeling when you was literally, people laugh on you, and suddenly you just get preyed on. Like people are like, yo, he's sick in maths. How he do that? Yeah, it's a different thing.
It's interesting. Like for me as well, I'd never expect it, but I was away for the holidays, and then on like the last day, I was supposed to fly back to London, and I was like, that's it. I'm excited. I'm flying back to London. That's where my home is, right? Yeah. The flight gets cancelled. And I was so pissed because I became homesick. That's what I'm talking about. I got to a point where I wasn't happy where I was, even though I was in the sunshine, I was on a holiday, whatever. And all I wanted was my bed in London. I wanted to be where I am as happier the most, like with my friends, with the environment I enjoy being in. So if it gets to the point where I'm getting homesick, I would definitely say that I'm happier here than anywhere else.
Yeah, I was going to agree with that. I got nothing behind, I'll say. No.
You wouldn't ever move back to Hong Kong?
No, not in 100 billion years, no.
You see the rest of your life here?
Well, I don't think that's the point of me going back to Hong Kong. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I think the exact same thing. Like, for example, And this is the closest point that I felt the UK was like home to me, specifically England, was in the 2020 Euros. England got to the final and they were playing against Italy. This is the football.
Yeah.
And it was 1-1 and it got to the penalties and England lost in the penalties.
Yeah.
And I basically nearly cried. And for me, even though I am not English by blood, I haven't lived here that long, I don't have any English relatives, but I had been here so long as well though, and I had just experienced the good and the bad that I've become so emotionally attached to the point where it is like home, where I was so upset that England lost, you know what I mean? That I was rooting for England so strongly because that's where I feel like I belong. Now, I don't know, maybe if I get a work experience opportunity somewhere in the world, I might go for it, but this will always be home for me as well.
I feel that as well. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, like and subscribe and comment down below maybe, I don't know. And follow our social media, yeah. Let's go.